Hello, everyone. It's me again, and I figured it was time to discuss the issue with incels and the potential upcoming uprising. But first things first, let's talk about Ted Bundy and Elliot Rodger. Um, the first one was a serial killer. The second was a spree killer. Serial killers are one by one by one by one. Mass murderers or spree killers are all at once. But now that we've got that covered, we will move on. They were both similar in many ways. They both were very enthusiastic about femicide, which is wanting to kill women. They both were very angry at the female of the species. They both had monstrous, big, out of control egos. They both were entitled. They both obviously hated women, but I've said that before. Um, and they definitely saw themselves as high status and wanted to be as high status as possible, and got pretty pissed off when they couldn't achieve that. Um, you see, the thing is with people like them is if you look at incel message boards, you'll see a lot of them with pictures of, Ted Bundy, Elliot Rodger, and other people. But the thing about Ted Bundy, what made him unique was he didn't go after prostitutes like Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, or Arthur Shawcross did. Um, he went after the flower of American womanhood, mostly college co-eds, a few little girls. There was one of the girls that he killed in Florida was 12 years old, and this other, I think it was in Idaho, was also 12 years old. He did not hesitate to make kills that were under the age of 18. And anyway, it's and they also both attacked sororities, although Elliot Rodger attempted to launch his attack on a sorority, but it failed. And Ted Bundy's attack on the Chi Omega sorority got interrupted. Um, Elliot Rodgers planned rampage on the Alpha Phi sorority was a complete abortion. He didn't kill any sorority girls. And it's anyhow. The thing about it is that a lot of people say these individuals were sociopaths. Or psychopaths, whatever you want to call them. I disagree on that, especially in the case of Elliot Rodger, where I think both he and Ted Bundy were, or what's known as malignant narcissists. Now, I don't have all the time in the world to go on about the differences between antisocial personality disorder and malignant narcissism. If you want to know the difference, look it up for yourself. But anyway, they both had feelings that were easily hurt. They both had feelings of entitlement. They both cared very much about their image. And they had several traits that were inconsistent with the condition of antisocial personality disorder. However, it's really quite interesting because despite the fact that both of these individuals suffered from narcissistic personality disorder, they both had different killing plans and killing methods. And they both, the thing is that the problem with these two individuals is that they thought they were isolated. And when these individuals realize that they're not alone, they they congregate together, and what happens is their anger just builds together. The people do things together that they normally wouldn't do alone because we humans are social animals. But anyway, their anger builds and builds and builds. And all of their anger is subsequently building until one of them explodes. But maybe someday all of them could explode at once in a big revolt. Now, the thing is a lot of these people, they don't realize that the problem is them. And, you know, I used to think, haven't they ever heard of porn or something like that? And yes, they have. The problem is that porn just takes care of their sexual desires. It does not take care of their desire to be all powerful and all loved. You see, it's just, damn, my leg is itching right now. But anyway, it's just, the thing is that they initially start out with wanting to get these high status, socially, alpha females, and then they can't do that. They get angry. Their anger builds and builds and builds and builds until it's equal or greater than their lust for this sex and adoration. And eventually they come to the realization that being all loved, all powerful, and, you know, the top of the food chain, Chad, is not attainable. But it is attainable for them to go out and kill the women that have rejected them, and for good measure, kill the Chads too. But because the thing is that incels are often creepy, socially awkward, very poor social skills, very socially inappropriate, and they think the world is all about them. They think the world is wrong and they're right. And they see themselves as the perfect catch, and they're very angry that they're the only ones that think that way. And as a result, they get very isolated and very angry. And it's they don't see that the problem is them. And because of that, they view themselves as the victims. It's the recipe for this is victim mentality, entitlement, sexual frustration, and social isolation, as well as being around other people who have the same problems as you, because you can brood and brood and brood. Now, there have been a few terrorist attacks in the name of this cause, such as Elliot Rodger, Alec Manassian, and a few others. But the thing is these are just lone wolf attacks, and they've been that way so far. Could they one day form a whole movement? Because I've already seen calls for, acid attacks and mass rapes and things like that. And, but what's interesting is that a lot of incels don't want to, seems that they would rather kill women than force them to have sex with them, and kill the Chads for good measure. However, it's just, I really think that, the incels are a untapped resource for any would-be dictator. They would make good fodder for any army because they're angry, they are sexually frustrated, they have something they want that they can't get, and they're willing to do anything to attain their ends. And anyway, this could get very bad and very ugly in the future, and I hope it never comes to that, but it's just a warning, Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all. Peace.